Day 24 of my budget bungalow build. As usual, I'm walking there. I want to share with you about the email that I received this morning. It was someone from Oklahoma. He told me that since I keep on moaning about my husband, don't I think it's time to change, have someone new, have a toy boy instead? Let me tell you a story. I used to have an old dog. He's now nearly 20 years old and he had his hair falling off, his teeth coming off, he farts all the time and his breath stinks. He can hardly even see me. But I'm such loyal to this dog. I used to love him so much. He even died on me on his last day. I was holding him. I'm comforting him till the end. And I compare my husband to that old dog. Although he got some traits now like the old dog. The farting. I'm just waiting for the hair and the teeth to come off, to be honest. But I will stick with him like I did with my old dog. Because that's what I am. I'm such a loyal person. I don't want anyone else. I love that dog. I love my husband. So another thing that happened this morning. Funny enough, to a car park where my budget bungalow was. And I did not film them, of course, because they don't want to be filmed. But they are here to see the bungalow since they are just living in one of the subdivision down there in Talamban. And they want to see the bungalow because they've been following me on my channel. I was so amazed that they come up, they have a look at the build, and they were so shocked of the amount of budget. I go in there, I put in so far, and they see that's almost done, and it's more cheaper than where they are, what house they have in the subdivision. And they are thinking of buying some land here and building the same themselves, or maybe bigger, because they want to dispose or sell their old house and build something like this, which is bigger than what they have right now. So I am now here in the budget bungalow build, day 24, April 12, 2020. So they have filed the 2 line of blocks that's locking. And then before we put the header, I like to reiterate, this is not the header that I put in a while ago. Like I said, that is only the lintel. And that is not made of wood for you can see that there's the rebars in there. The wood is only to hold the cement while it hardens. But that's actually made of rebars and cement. So that is the header, which is a horizontal column on top of this before we put in the roof. So this line's already done. So Fredo is now turning around to go on another side. So again, this wood is only to hold the cement. That is not the lintel. And I go and have it on this other side where you can really see, look, the roll of that wood, it will not stay there. It's only for making sure to line up the cement, and then we'll take it off when we render. So we are now filing the blocks on this side. And for those who said last Saturday that my workers are slow, come on. Precision work will not be rushed. I don't want them to rush if it's precision. I want them to get the proper measurement than making a show. And now that the precision work is done, the lines, you can see the nylon lines, where's the finish of the roofing, then they can go faster to their filing now. But anyway, the filing is only 2 lines, and then we be doing the rebars for the header. This is not the header. Like I said, these lentils are not common in Filipino household, like some said it is. But I'm shocked that the amount of people that don't know what it is. So the old man Tony is doing the precision work, putting the lines where the pile of blocks gonna be, and then Fredo will follow through with filing the blocks. And when Tatay Tony is finished with the lining, he will then help with the blocks, which will make it faster. So this is what we are so far at 12 o'clock noon. So all the lintel beams has been poured last Saturday, except for one which is in the central room. And then all the files, the two line of files of hollow block has been done on this side, this front side of the house, and then one panel on the with the two line blocks on this side. So we're expecting this afternoon the two lines of hollow block will be almost done. Old man Tony is doing the beams, taking out the precision work, putting the nylons in line for everything, and then he will start doing the rebars on top of it. With that will be the header. Going back for my afternoon check for day 24 of my budget bungalow build, I think I'm gonna have a lot of hate because this morning I compared my husband to a dog. But what I'm trying to reiterate on that example for a dog is how loyal the Filipinos can be to their spouses. And like me, I stay on with that dog. My old dog before, I didn't have them put down or have a new puppy. I stay with him till the end before I get new puppies, which have been playing around in my kitchen. But what I'm like going back to the loyalty that most Filipinos are, I myself is one of them. I don't want to be changing partners and all that. I'll rather stick to the one I got, even though he does part sometimes, especially at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he does have the characteristic of an old dog. But you don't discard your loyal dog. You have loved your dog. And so is my husband. You just don't discard because the teeth starts falling off, the hair starts falling off, and you know, it works. Breath stinks, farting. But you still love them. Still stick with them. And so it's like your old pets, my old dog before, that he died on my lap. He's struggling to walk. He cannot see me. He's struggling to see me. But I'm still loyal to my dog. So this is the header that I'm talking about. We are making a column on top. You can see old Tony there. There's 4, you know, like our column. It will be what you see there. And that's the header. That's not the lintel. The lintel is the one that protects the doorways and the windows on the top. And not the wood that you see. The wood is just holding on to the cement until it's dry. We'll take it off. So this is now the header that old Tony is working on. It's a column. And Fredo is still doing the filing. The rebar is still not here. I think it's gonna be in a few minutes now. And here we are. Day 24, finalizing all the lintel, because there's one that's not been poured last Saturday, and then filing the 2 lines of blocks. So this is what we are now, day 24, and when all the lines of blocks will be filed, then we'll be pouring this side first, side by side, whatever, the header and the columns together. I think this side in the front, because that's the front door. That's what we're gonna do first. And tomorrow, Fredo will continue piling the blocks, and Tatay Tony will continue doing the beams, the header beams. So I'll be telling you how much is the total for day 24 at the end of this video. But you've seen what's the total of day 23 on my video. So day 23, the total is 117,954 pesos. So right now, day 24, they have used 3 bags of cement, 60 blocks, and 5 whole rebars, and 2 8mm whole rebar. And of course, plus the labor. So again, 60 blocks of hollow blocks, 3 bags of cement, 3 bags of cement, 5 10mm whole rebar, and 2 8mm whole rebar. So that is what is used for today, adding to the day 23 of 117,954. So you can see tomorrow, Fredo will be continuing the blocks because he gotta have to do this room and this room here to the height that they are now before the beam can go up. The central also be filed, and the 2 dividers on the bedroom. So this is not the lintel. It's just there to hold the cement while the lintel is being poured. So that is where the lintel is. So I have priced up for the windows using jalousies for the whole house. I was quoted 16,000 pesos. So I'll have to look around for another quotation for the windows of jalousies, so I could have a comparison, because usually I have a minimum of 2 companies to compare with, but with this type of thing, 2 or 3 companies before I decide which one should I have this installed, because I just don't want to stick on one because that's your neighbor, because if he is so expensive already. But I just want to see the price of the other ones. So this is what is finished for day 24. 2 lines here almost done. Old man Tony's on the beam. So, and then when he's done here, we can pour this side first, all the beams here, because that beam, that's the header beam, that's the final height of the house. The ceiling height is 2.7 from floor to ceiling. Ang 2.7 titons gikan sa flooring hangtod sa diha. Floor to roof. 274. He said from floor to the ceiling, the roof height. So it's 5 minutes to 5. They have not done fastings because the muck is already all used up. They started like 4 blocks here, They'll just continue on tomorrow, but they will destroy that roof that you can see. Should be taken out tomorrow as well, because it's now gonna be attaching to the beam. The beam will be disturbing the beam, so that will be taken out tomorrow before they continue filing. And then again, Prida will continue here and on this side as well, and he will try to finish the middle blocks up to the header beam height, and then the central one. And for those that said that they're very slow, you cannot make the precision work fast. It needs to be precise. That's why it's called precision. And once you get the measurement, where you can see they have the there, they have the nylons for the measurement all around the house. There, you can see it here. Then they can go faster. But then again, they have been doing a good job based on my experience with 3 people working. Come on, this is quite good. When he done this one, we'll be pouring this side first, and while he's doing that, then while it's drying, we'll go and do the beam on another side. So this is making the whole house connected together, columns, and distribute the weight of the roof by doing the header beam like a column size. So all the ends is going inside the columns on the corner. That's where you can see it there.